Okay, with two binomials, but what makes them complex is that I there. Now, I want to remind you that I equals to the square root of -1. Okay, so I just wanted to remind you that that's there. And I also want to remind you that I squared equals -1. Because if we square that, we're going to get the -1, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I don't do FOIL necessarily. I do something that's similar to FOIL. It's an organized manner. And what I do is I distribute my first term to both of my second terms, the second binomials, and then come up with my answer solutions that way. And then I take this 4 and I distribute it to both items in the second binomial. And this is what happens when we do that. So the first one is 1 times 3. Okay, and then we're going to add to it 1 times 7i. Okay, that's that one. Then we're going to add minus a 4i times 3. And then we're going to have a minus a 4i times 7i. Okay, and then this is what the results of that is. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 times 7i is 7i, minus 4i times 3 is 12i, and then a minus 4 times 7 is 28, and we have 2 i's, so it's I squared. Okay, now we're going to do some combining of like terms here. Okay, 3 is the same. That one doesn't change. But 7i minus 12i gives me a negative 5i. Okay, so because 7 and 5 is 12. Okay, and then a minus 28, and I'm converting that I squared to a -1. Okay, so my next step was going to be this. I'm going to leave the 3 the same. My 5 minus 5i is going to be the same, but my negatives are going to cancel out, so it's going to become plus 28. Now I have two like terms, 3 and 28, so I'm going to add them together. That's going to give me 31 minus 5i, because there's nothing we can do with it, and that is our final answer.